Well, it is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from Kansas City. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Allen going to throw. Flushed out right. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Allen now looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Cook diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
Now Mahomes. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Hey, Ripley.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Fire down these two. Yellow. Our side.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Yellow.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
15.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And a short gain down to about the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
At the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, 15. Our side.
Mahomes going to throw. The tight end Kelce has it over the middle. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. No hesitations, they go right back to Kelce. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2nd down and 4.
Yellow. Our side.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelce, and it's intercepted. pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. To the air, Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. To throw, it's Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And complete right side to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. On play action, Allen. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. On play action, Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The kick by Bass is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Nothing is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counter.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker.
To the right side and intercepted. And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Allen off the play fake. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's Allen to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Oh, There's that man again. It's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Mahomes will throw for it. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets him even closer. Now a 2-point game. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
2nd and 7. Now Allen. Incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. A solid stiff arm. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Bills will move the chains.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 6 now. Play action. Now it's Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Past the 20. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing finger.
And Cook will get in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 17-8. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Now here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 35. Here we go, first and goal. Mahomes now to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And the Bills are going to recover. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw is Allen. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15.
What a call there on third down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a first down, but it's a big play to boot.
Cook will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Bills 24, Chiefs 16. Tyler Bass.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got him in. Complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mahomes. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2.
Hey, 57, 57, 15, 15. Attack, attack. Our side.
Mahomes will throw. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Throwing, Allen. Pass complete, Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Here's Allen. Keeps himself upright and complete right side to Cook. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now Allen. They'll roll him out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the Bills going to be the first to get it as we are back underway here in overtime. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
First throw of overtime for Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dump.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Now that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On third down, it's Pacheco. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
They'll run for it with Pacheco.
And a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.